And welcome to the Whitey the White Guys show. I'm Whitey. This is Drew Bob. And today we're going to review, what was it called? The Marine?
Yeah, Marine.
Yeah, with I can't believe I ate the whole thing, Cena. Drew Bob, when did that movie come out? When did that come out? Like 90 something?
No, it came out like
2000s?
2010-ish?
Did you like that?
Yeah, it would like kind of screwed up the seriousness. Whoa!
Seriousness.
Situation.
Have you seen this show? Seriousness. Come on, kittens. Well, who the hell?
The Marine with John Cena.
So it has John Cena in it, and the T-1000 from Terminator 2 is in this movie.
2006.
Came out in 2006,
Yeah.
and the plot is that John Cena's a Marine.
It's directed by John Bonito.
John Bon Jovi's in this?
Benito.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, it is. Bonito. And Robert Patrick is the villain. And so basically, Robert Patrick, does he do drugs or cartel work or he's some kind of villain?
They stole diamonds.
Okay.
They stole a shit ton of diamonds from a jewelry store.
Kitty's gonna be in a review.
Kid is gonna.
And they end up kidnapping John Cena's girl. Oh my god. Fart in the car, the movie. That's what this is. So John Cena has to go use his Marine superpowers that he learned in the Marines to go rescue his girlfriend? His wife from the T-1000. And what did you think of the Marine? These guys.
Well, the cat's got it right with her butt in the air. it was the cat's ass in the air.
This movie's the cat's ass. I tell you what. The cat's meow. What did you fucking say shit? What did you think of the movie?
I thought that...
Stop getting distracted by pussy and tell me about the Marine with John Cena and Patrick Kelly.
It was like an 80s action movie plot. Where it was...
It's a very simple plot.
Yeah, it was literally just based on John Cena running around fucking shit up.
Isn't the bulk of him? Yeah, it's basically he was a very popular wrestler at the time, then as now, but even more, he was like fairly new.
Yeah.
He was like the new big deal in the WWW, and so they're like, let's put together. It was the Schwarzenegger effect. Let's put together the thinnest fucking plot we can come up with. It's just an excuse to have this dude who looks like a badass who couldn't act his way out of a tree, and have him beat the shit out of things and break stuff and blow shit up.
Sounds right.
Yeah, just to add that. And then, fuck, I hope the good guys won. I don't even know what happened. I'm sure they didn't. That's the movie that needs to fucking get made.
Yeah,
we need to take, Justin Bieber and put him in an action film, and then the good guys win because he's too much of a pussy to do anything about it. We'll have a movie. It's like, oh no, they stole my girlfriend. They stole my monkey. The bad guy stole my monkey, and all he does is call the police and fret about it, and then the monkey dies. That would be more him sitting around pacing in his mansion, bitching at the Hispanic lady. Stop vacuuming so loud. They took my monkey. That's a great film. I don't know why isn't that getting made. Instead of a hero, he's just a dick to everybody around him. And then periodically you got some like bad guy in a mask who's Skyping him, and the monkey's in the foreground. He's like, monkey, no!
No monkey.
Not monkey! And they're like, we're going to torture him by playing your music. You fuck. What would the ransom be for Justin to get the monkey
He has
back?
to go back to Canada.
Yes, go back to Canada. If you don't leave the United States and stay away permanently, you'll never see your monkey again. That isn't too bad. That isn't too bad.
I think we just made $1 million.
There it is. I gotta write that and get it copywritten before.
Someone sees this.
I think that like maybe that when you put something up on YouTube, it's like copywritten technically, your review. So it's like hopefully, yeah, that I did. Like they'd be like, Whitey, you have an idea there, son. We need to get you down to that Hollywood, get a movie made about that little boy lesbian, Baber, and his monkey. When a male lesbian and his monkey in a world where a male lesbian and his monkey. Yeah. Justin Bieber, Dwayne Johnson, and Puff Daddy Star.
Dwayne Johnson better be the monkey.
It's The Rock in his underpants. Help me! Help me! I'd pay to see that. I'd pay to see that. Oh, that'd be great. What the fuck movie were we talking about?
I think we're talking about the Marine. John Cena.
Were there any memorable scenes or anything from this film? Like, not really. He was running a lot. I remember he was running a lot. Like, they're driving a car, and he's, like, jogging down the street.
Next to the car. Like, I got this. It's fine.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't remember. Fucking hell. I remember, again, the guy who plays the bad guy, who plays the T-1000 and a bunch of stuff. I liked him.
He was good.
Once again,
as
a villain, he was a good villain.
Fucking awesome in this movie.
As always, the bad guys were awesome. The good guys were lame as shit. I don't remember a thing about it. And then, this is you can basically, it's the same. What was that other one while we're here? Walk Hard or Hardly Walking with Too Tall Jones. We just said his name. Who was wasn't it The Rock in that movie?
Yeah. That was Walk. Well, he was in Walking Tall.
Walking Tall.
Yeah.
With people. The guy from Band of Brothers was the villain.
Yeah, but
he was a sheriff, and then John Boy Walton was in it. Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
Played the coked out sidekick.
Yeah,
of sorts.
He became the deputy.
And then people
Which
were there.
really made that movie. I'm gonna be honest.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did it make
made
that
movie definitely more watchable?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't dislike The Rock, but he is just the beefy. I'm a superhero.
Yeah.
I'm the good guy.
So we'll make this a two-parter because there's nothing to be said for the Marine. He gets his wife back, and the bad guys die. I think the bad guys die and probably go to prison.
Yeah. Well, no, they all die actually.
Yeah. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
The two
Shocker.
most memorable scenes was when he was in the Top Car Camaro, and he flips it in the air and shit, and they shoot the back of it, and he doesn't die. And then at the end, when he uses the chain to break dude's neck.
Okay.
That
was the Marine.
Yeah.
With Fannie Mae. And then, so moving on to Hardly Walking. With Too Tall Jones. Do you know who Too Tall Jones is? He played for the Dallas Cowboys back in the 70s. I don't know what's going on. After 96, I just checked out completely. Walking Tall with Dwayne Johnson. Shit, this movie was originally made in the 60s or 70s, and a guy was coming back from Vietnam, and it's the same story, I imagine. So in this one, it's Dwayne Johnson's coming back from Iraq, or Afghanistan, and there's a corrupt sheriff and his deputies. Dwayne Johnson gets beat the shit out of him, and so he decides to run for sheriff. He enlists Johnny the Knoxville to be his sidekick, and then they go and stop corruption.
With a little bit of corruption themselves, I
Yeah, by breaking every conceivable fucking law.
guess.
Nothing they did would have stood up in court. Don't think this is not a thinker. It's a stinker. It's
You
not.
think too hard, you might like,
Look it up real quick. What's that guy's name who played? There was the sheriff who was bad, and then he had like a guy behind him who was like a corrupt businessman or something. And he was played by the guy from Band of Brothers.
Walking Tall. No. Yeah.
She's gonna be like, "Fuck it, Drew Bob. I know what you need, baby. I know what you need."
Shit, what is the name of that movie now? I fucking forgot.
Walking Tall.
Yeah, okay.
It was Walking Tall.
Walking Tall with Dwayne Johnson. Let's see here. It's in 2004. The film was
Oh,
made. 2004. Wikipedia facts. You know, it only
what was the name of the
loads-
blonde guy?
The blonde guy. It starred
Read them all.
Neil McDonald.
That's him. Neil McDonald's a very good actor. Does a good job in this movie. It's just not a good movie. And it's kind of like, yay, it's Neil. And then it's like, oh, he's in this. Did you like this film?
It was decent when I first saw it when I was 16.
Yeah, how old are you now?
26.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I guess I could have done the math on that myself. Came out in 2004. Damn. Last time I saw you, you were 4 years old. I remember. But did you think it was a good movie? You liked it?
Yeah, it was pretty decent. I mean, it was definitely worth watching at least once.
I remember it wasn't. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. It was too formulaic. You knew the good guys were going to win. You knew the bad guys were going to lose.
There wasn't.
It's a revenge movie. He's going to get his revenge. I was rooting for the bad guys the whole time. I remember at one point he falls down and gets a shit. What's that called when you break your bone and it pops out of the skin? It's a compound fracture. He gets like a compound fracture in one or both of his legs. And he's like, I got a compound fracture in one or both of my legs. And then like 5 seconds later, he's running a marathon after Neil O'Donnell. And it's just like, aren't your legs fucked? Cracker? Guy? Like what? And so...
You know, his legs would have been completely fucked.
You remember that? He fell out of the thing. The big fight takes place at like a
Steel mill.
steel mill. It was a mill of some kind for sure. And then he falls out of it, and his bones are up by his ears and stuff. But then he just takes off running, and he's fine. And I'm just like, what?
You know, he did have a little bit of a limp. I'll give him a
Oh.
little bit of a limp.
Yeah, whereas he should have complete paralysis.
Yeah.
But sure. He's like, yeah, my ankle's a little sore. Well, that's interesting considering your fibia is sticking into your ear. I mean, it just, what the fuck is happening in this movie? There was one more bad guy who I like as an actor. Look that back up again. Get to work there. Earn your 2 pence
Hookers.
without inflation.
Kevin Durant, I believe.
What else was he in? I don't know. One of the bad guys was he was in 3:10 to Yuma. He was in that movie about Jesus. I don't remember what it's called either.
Passion of the Christ?
Nah,
Is that someone?
give me that.
There you go.
Hmm.
You do the looking.
The Rock, Johnny Knoxville, but probably Kevin Durant. Yeah, Kevin Durant. He's a good actor. He's a really good actor. So you have a couple really good villains, three really good villains, and Johnny Knoxville's likable. You know, I'm sure he said some funny shit.
Oh yeah.
The Rock isn't a bad actor. He certainly doesn't take you out of the film or anything like that. But neither is he like really good. He's not like Anton Yelchin.
Yeah. One thing I was kind of
Oh, Anton. Do you know about Anton
Anton Yelchin?
Yelchin? He died. Saddest day of my life. I'm still.
That's depressing.
Yeah, he was Chekhov in the Star Trek movies.
Yeah.
So he's a really good actor, and The Rock isn't there, but he's not bad either. Is my point. It's not horrible. Same for-
Southland Tales was a movie where The Rock actually did really good acting. And
Wow.
That's what. After I saw this, that movie came out, and I was like, where was he?
Where'd this come from?
Yeah.
He finally got together with an acting coach. Made it work. Figure it out, DiCaprio. So, acting coach DiCaprio, go grab Affleck and Keanu Reeves and get your shit together.
He is the Matrix.
He is the Quizette Hatterack. Same thing. I referenced Dune. You referenced Matrix. I'm an '80s baby. You were born in '90.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is that there's a film where The Rock can actually act,
Yes.
and there's a film where Schwarzenegger actually dies,
Yep.
and it was called.
End of Days.
Wow. Today's been a day, man.
Full of
It's been
surprise.
wow. Yeah.
And wonder.
And wonder why the fuck they made The Marine with John Cena. Like Walking Tall, I get. It came out in the 70s. It was a fairly popular film. Go ahead and remake it. The Rock's not a horrible choice. It's just they made it a dumb action film, an oversimplified action film.
Yeah.
The Marine with John Cena was just like shit in a urinal. I mean, just like we were saying earlier.
They literally made that just to.
They weren't remaking something that you could update the story into the times that we're having now. The Marine was just fuck off. But the villains were cool. I like the villain. I like the villain guy.
It's good to know that we like our villains.
That's been a theme. The villains got to be cool. If the villains aren't cool, then your hero's just a bland. But even still, in these two movies, the heroes are pretty bland. So yeah, I think we covered these two films.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for other films. Here on the Whitey White Guy Show. I'm Whitey. This is Drew Bob.
Drew Bob.
You ready for a good journey?
I'm ready.
Good journey.